Hi everybody, welcome to, well, my blog. I don't know if this is going to start to be a channel, but as you all know, I do have a fashion blog, which is Moda Vida. And if you guys visit it, it is www.zmodavida.com. And this will be my first makeup tutorial. I am super excited. I am by no means a makeup expert, but I do want to incorporate more makeup and beauty into my blog, and I want you guys to be part of my journey on learning more about makeup and seeing how this goes. So this is a look that I think is very subtle and really great for fall that's coming up. I kind of thought of the colors kind of like reminding me of a pumpkin spice latte. I know that's the rage right now. Everybody's going crazy over them, so I did do a lot of like orange and browns in my eyeshadow, and yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you guys are wondering what I am wearing a Topshop shirt that I got at Nordstrom Rack for sale for like $5, so hope you guys enjoy. For primer, I'll be using Dr. Brandt's Pores No More primer. For foundation, I'll be using Revlon Colorstay foundation in the tone 310 Warm Golden. For concealer, I'm using Maybelline's Better Skin Concealer in the color Light. With my concealer, I am dropping it down and doing kind of like an inverted triangle, and I'm also very subtle using it as a highlight on the bridge of my nose and on top of my lips. Yeah, it was a little hot in that room, so. And of course, using my beauty blender, you want to blend it all in. Blend, blend, blend. Now, to make sure my concealer doesn't crease under my eyes, I'm using Maybelline's loose powder. It's probably in the color Light, I'm not too sure, and you can use any loose powder. Honestly, I just picked this one from the drugstore. So I'm also using a loose powder onto my T-zone because I am quite oily, and the loose powder is great for absorbency of the oil. And while that bakes, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Lorac Getaway Eye and Cheek palette. I'm going to use the bronzer to cut the cheeks, I think it's like a peachy blush, and also the highlighter for the rest of my face. So right here, let's go ahead and cut those cheeks.
also use the bronzer to also kind of slightly do a contour on my nose. I run it across the top of my bridge because I don't like that bump, and also on the bottom of my nose to make it kind of look like I have a smaller nose, and also along my jawline. And with my beauty blender, I go back in using whatever is left on that beauty blender and kind of clean up the edges of that contour, which is really awesome. It's a great little tip to use so you can have a much cleaner line. Okay, after warming up my face with the bronzer and blush, I'm going to go ahead and use my Urban Decay primer potion and setting that with just my finger and laying that foundation down for my eyeshadow. After doing that, I like to use my Love Letter palette from Stila, and there's a certain eyeshadow that I use just to place and kind of use that as a make sure nothing creases, and like kind of like a foundation for my eyeshadow so it can easily blend in the crease. And I just pat that down from the crease on up, not necessarily all over it, but you can if you like. Now, by far my favorite eyeshadow palette right now is the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be using like 6 eyeshadows from this palette, and I'm pointing them out right now, but it's a lot. But we're going to use Burnt Orange first to start placing on the crease, and I usually do it with a much bigger blending brush. It's much fluffier, and I just go ahead and start doing that on the crease, very so slightly. You don't want to go with a heavy hand, just very lightly. With a smaller blending brush, I'm going to go ahead and use Realgar, which is a much more orange color, and I'm going to go ahead and also place that on the crease next. And then I believe I use raw Sienna towards the corner of my crease to kind of give it more depth, and then Cypress Umber to finally give it even more depth into that crease and kind of give it a V shape and kind of start cornering and winging your eyeshadow for that, you know, winged look. It is a lot of blending, guys. Like, you have to build layers with these eyeshadows so it can look very nice at the end, I promise. I also like to use that one eyeshadow that I used in the beginning in the Love Letter Stila palette to kind of clean up the edges. And then right here I'm going to put, I believe it's Golden Ochre on the lid, and on top of Golden Ochre I like to place Primera to give it more some more little sparkle to my lid. Finally, after all that blending in the crease, you want to use Realgar on the lower lash line and kind of start smudging it out with a whatever smudge brush you like to use. I also went ahead and used red ochre to start kind of transitioning that color and building up layers, and Cypress Umber as well. You don't want all that red eyeshadow underneath your lower lash line because it can give you kind of like a very sick look. So you always want to add a little bit of a darker color to kind of pull the whole look together. Now for my eyeliner, I am using a liquid eyeliner from Wet n Wild. I'm doing a very subtle wing, not a really drastic wing yet because I'm trying to master that and I don't think I have it yet. So maybe later on you guys will see a awesome winged liner on any of my tutorials, but for now, just a little baby wing. So for my mascara, I'm using Clinique's High Impact Mascara. It's one of my favorites. Also, I don't use falsies. I'm not an eyelash false girl, but I know they look awesome in videos and in photos, but for everyday use, I really wouldn't want to use false lashes. So I'm actually using just my regular ones. And now for my lips, I'll be using NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream and my Wet n Wild lip liner. And these two are super awesome because they're not expensive at all and they're very long lasting actually. Okay, after lips, you can definitely seal the look with any Urban Decay maybe all-nighter like spray, set-in spray. I use my Mario Badescu Rose Water spray to set it. And after that, this is a complete look, you guys. Thank you so much for sitting down and actually watching my first ever tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to post the next one.